My name's Jonathan Mills Anderson. I'm one of the field naturalists and sub-leads with Inside the Outdoors, and we're here at beautiful Modjeska Canyon today to do a 6th grade program where we got to talk about a little bit of everything. A little bit of the local history, a little bit of the local flora and fauna, the plants and animals, and also some of the non-living things as well that are important in the area. We do actually have some live animals today, and we have, I think, specifically a rat and a king snake. Before we meet them, though, we have to talk a little bit about how animals live in this area, their adaptations. So the students get to go through some different stages, looking at skulls and scat and teeth, all different ways that the animals have to survive in this area, how they find their food, and how you can recognize them. Then, of course, after meeting these animals, we get to talk about all the living things. And we do this through several different activities. We have an energy pyramid activity where we actually build the entire kind of food web from the bottom to the top and see how each level depends on each other, but also can be affected by our lives. We then talk a little more about the plants, the other living things that we tend to forget. We do both a lab activity where we talk about those plant adaptations that they need to survive in a hot, dry area, but then we also talk about how the local people, the Native Americans, used the plants in this area as long ago as 500 to 1,000 years ago. And finally, we get to talk about some non-living things and some history. The non-living thing we focus on here is actually the water. There's a beautiful creek that runs through the canyon, and it can be affected very strongly by our activities here. So we do a little bit of water testing to see how clean the water actually is. And then we go on a long hike and we talk about several different local legends, pieces of local history dating back to actually the 1800s. Absolutely fascinating to see how it all comes together in such a small area. It's nice to just get moving for a change. You know, we're so used to going to school and just kind of sitting there and just wading through it all. But no, here we actually get to go down the trail. You find stuff that you may never expect. Animals pop up, weird plants, and then you get to stop with just absolutely beautiful views and hear just these wonderful stories that have come over 100 years to where we are today and still have their place in this landscape. It's just a fascinating way to bring all the different aspects together in one location. It's gotten too easy to grow up kind of separated from the history and the nature of the area. And as far as the wildlife and the nature goes, I mean, here we're really lucky to be in private property that is untouched, perfectly preserved for the nature that is here. And it's very different than the few birds and animals and plants that we tend to find around our own homes. It's nice to realize that these areas still exist here in Orange County, even close to the neighborhoods. It's a very unique opportunity, and I'm very proud to be part of it.